Welcome back to the show, everybody. We have Emma Hall joining us, transformational life coach with Life Untethered Coaching. And we're excited to have Emma here as always, just to kind of get us to sit back and think a little bit about, improving our lives in some way, living a happier, healthier life. So thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. That's what I'm all about, helping you to augment your already amazing life.
Yes, exactly. And it is something that, we sometimes forget to sit back and think about doing because we're so busy. But today we're talking about mindfulness. Mm-hmm. So first of all, before we get into some of the details, how would you describe mindfulness? What is it?
Yeah, that's such a great question. To me, mindfulness is getting off autopilot and being fully involved in whatever it is that you are doing, so that you're actually paying attention to what's going on and experiencing life fully.
Right. Yeah, that's it's a short description, but a perfect one. It's living in that moment. It's taking in what you're doing. Sometimes we do so many things in one day that we sort of forget, what did I do at this time, and how did that feel, or whatever it might be. So when we think about being mindful, what are some of the things we can do to really, I guess, incorporate that into our daily life and practice it? Yeah,
I mean, there's a number of different things, but first I'll just talk about some of the benefits of mindfulness that you can get. Studies have shown that it actually will help you with chronic pain. Oh. It can help with anxiety and depression. It can help with grief. It can help with overwhelm. So really, no matter what is going on in your life, mindfulness can help you. Mm-hmm. And there's lots of different techniques that you can use, but I'll show you one right now if you're open to it. Just put your hands on your lap.
Okay.
And then just notice, and everyone at home can follow along and do this too. So put your hand on your lap and then just notice how that feels. Like, what's the texture of your fabric like? And your leg, is it soft? Is it hard? Is it warm or cool?
Yeah.
And that just brings you out of your mind and into your body and allows you to kind of step back and gives your central nervous system a chance to reset.
Interesting.
And you can do it with anything as well. Like, you can put it on something cool, holding a cup.
Wow.
So just putting your hand on something and noticing, and that's, for me, that one's a really great one that we always have access to all the time.
It's so simple, and you really do notice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So practicing mindfulness then is obviously important. You've just given us one little exercise that I think everybody can do easily, no matter where you are. But how else can we practice it and really then live it and make sure that we are being mindful?
Yeah. What I love is that, yes, you can sit and you can meditate. You could go to, a meditation retreat for a whole week. Or you could go to a yoga class, something like that. There's lots of different ways to bring mindfulness into your life. But if you can do little bits throughout the day, I find that is more achievable for many people than doing a big kind of mindfulness break. And so if you do lots of little bits throughout the day, that's going to recharge your tolerance battery, your ability to deal with overwhelm. So little things like mindful eating is a really beautiful one, and I'll actually be teaching that in more detail in my workshop on Friday. But when you're eating, like noticing the color, the texture, the flavors, eating slowly, putting your fork down between mouthfuls can really help. And how many times do you eat or drink during the day? So that would be, 10 little moments of mindfulness throughout your day.
Yeah. Again, another simple one, right?
Yeah.
And you could do that on your own. You could do that with your family.
Yeah.
Everybody could work together to just experience, that dinner or that meal, whatever it might be. Yeah, really important.
Another thing is, any hobbies that you have, and to really pay attention to doing that. So I'm going to pick on Ryan. You could go surfing, for example, and, then just let go of everything that's going on in your world, because you have to focus. I know when I snowboard, I have to focus because otherwise suddenly you catch an edge. You can do a sport that you love or a hobby, crocheting, whatever, don't have the television on in the background. Just focus on what you're doing. Notice like the sound of the knitting needles, the texture of the yarn.
Yeah.
Just whatever you're doing, even like, looking at greenery and noticing how many different shades of green are there.
Have we, as a society, do you think, Emma, really struggled with being mindful, with mindfulness as a whole? Just sort of, I guess, in the last several years, society as a whole is so busy. We're on our devices, we're running around, we're doing this, we're doing that, and just not stopping and enjoying that moment.
I think so. Certainly when I was growing up and in my career, like busyness was a badge of honor. And so we were told that we should be busy and that to sit around and do nothing was not a good thing. Whereas to actually stop and slow down is something that we're having to learn to do and unlearn that thought that we need to keep busy all the time.
Okay. Well, we just saw your poster for the workshop on Friday. So again, people can sign up for that?
Yeah, just go to my website,
yes.
lifeuntethered.com/free, and then you can sign up there. And it's live on Friday. I'll be teaching different mindfulness techniques that you can use, just as we talked about, where you can have little bits of mindfulness throughout your day.
I love it.
And then if you can't make it live, if you register, you'll get access to the replay as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Emma. Always a pleasure. More information on the screen, and we're back in a